Many people have recommended to me to see the OA because they've heard my story of choosing my life in another dimension. And that's a pretty good recommendation because the main character dies, has a near-death experience, and is asked if she wants to live again, and she chooses yes, which was exactly identical to the story that I continuously tell. Red flags were immediately brought to my attention when I discovered that Brit Marling was the creator and main character of the show because I had seen all of her other films, which also were recommended to me based on their premise. The problem is I saw all these recommended films and they all failed abysmally to deliver on the promise of the premise. So I wondered, will Brit Marling troll me again? I watched the first episode and thought it was outstanding. It was in my mind all day, the first day and the next day, and I said, I got to watch episode 2. Episode 2 was pretty good too. Not as good as the first, but still held my attention. But I thought, Brit Marling fails me every time, and I think this time, now that it's 8 episodes long, this is going to be the epic fail of all time. Little did I know, my hypothesis would be more true than I could possibly imagine. Now, I wouldn't make this video if the internet had responded correctly. Unfortunately, it seems the entire planet is hypnotized and put under a spell by Brit Marling, because everyone, at least publicly, is okay with the way episode 8, the final episode, concluded. But when I confront them in private, they all admit that they felt really, really, really weird, strange, and dirty. Not strange as in that was a weird film. Dirty as in I just got trolled. I just got trolled so hard. Was I watching a spoof? Was this supposed to be like Hot Shots or Men in Tights? Or was this supposed to be serious? Because the conclusion to episode 8 feels like, yep, I don't know how to finish films, so I'm going to put the most absurd possible thing that has nothing to do with any foreshadowing of the previous 7+ episodes, and I'm just going to throw some whacked out crap that seems artistic so that no one will give me any flack for it. And that's exactly what happened. Everyone was probably so bewildered, they must have thought that something greater than they could comprehend was occurring. No, you got trolled so hard. And I'm about to, I'm not going to spoil it. I would be spoiling it if this was some great twist. Oh, it's a twist, all right. But it's the most absurd thing that's ever occurred in film history. And I'm doing it I'm doing this for Brit Marling because she's got to know that she threw up a turd conclusion and must be so offended that everybody is going along with this. This must be so frightening for her that the whole planet isn't furious that they sat through 7.5 episodes only to be presented with this. You just got to see this. The only foreshadowing that this had was that she was training them to do these weird poses, motions, movements. That's it. There was nothing about Columbine or school shootings or kids getting bullied at school. None. It had no. So for this to be occurring at this point made no sense. And now they get up and they start. This guy's about to shoot up the school, right? And this is actually taking place right now. I'm showing this to you without the dramatic music because I want the reality to sink in. You sat through 8 episodes and you got trolled. You got trolled by Brit Marling and her director partner so hard. Look at this. Oh, it's a shocking twist ending. And this troll job just keeps getting better and better because now we're about to see the 5th movement. Oh yeah, this is the 5th movement right here. As if the first 4 weren't insulting enough. This is the 5th dramatic movement. Oh, it's so deep. Movement though. Wow. This used to be like a joke, a gag in high school. And now this is considered great TV watching. And it would be okay if this was taken comedically. I hope Brit Marling meant this to be comedic. If this was meant to be comedic, and this was intended to be the greatest troll job of all time. Way to go, Brit Marling. You trolled all of us. Especially with her last words. I mean, she looked like she was about to bust. Is she cracking up or what?
You did it. Now you see. I have the will. Can't you feel it?
And if you didn't see all the episodes, it's not like these kids were aspiring dancers in a dance troupe that wanted to do their great dance-off at the end. No. And for 7 episodes, this was presented as a pretty dark film of people being kidnapped and tortured. So for it to turn into Let's Dance this makes no sense at all. This is, wow.
They said it would be invisible. Like jumping into an invisible current that just carries you away. Homer?
I'm Lucky Day.
I'm Ned Niederlander.
I'm Dusty Bottoms. So together we're
The Three Amigos.
What's really sick is I'll probably watch season 2 just to see how hard I could get trolled again. But this, man, and like I said, it's not about the ending, but the way the storytelling was in this deserved an appropriate ending. And I'm making this video because I have no idea how this got such a pass, how people aren't in uproar, how people aren't offended, and how everyone's so accepting and saying, oh, wow, this is such marvelous art. Interpretive dance? Dude, no way. So someone's got to say it. And, I mean, Brit Marling, if you're watching this, you've trolled me so many times. And as long as this is your gag, your shtick, and if this is comedy, this is brilliant. If you're serious about this... All right, I'll stop there. I don't want to be too mean. The OA, the whole series was cool. The conclusion was absurd.